Good morning, Jeepers, performance lovers. I'm going to take the exhaust manifolds off and see if I can invert them. So in other words, I can have the turbo on this side. I'm still considering making my own, a bit more performance wise. Make sure you guys have me in the frame alright. Yeah, you could probably go that way a bit more. But you know, this, yeah, it's not great design, but I've seen worse. This side's pretty bad. It's like a log. I think they call it a log manifold. We shall see. I have already loosened them. It already had two broken bolts on this side, which is a shame, but nothing that can't be fixed. And like any good engineer, they put two different sized bolts to hold one manifold. Hey? Good, ain't it? Two different size bolts. We've got a 10 and a half inch size. They all came pretty loose quite readily, but I'm surprised on the other side two broke at the front. Even though even though they're all quite loose. I think that's the last one, but it's sticking. Oop, there's one more I didn't see. Mystery solved. Anybody who wonders where I got all my tools from, I've always been in a construction trade or maintenance trade my whole life, and basically all my tools are a lifetime collection. You know, like 35 years or more. I'm 55 now. I started buying tools when I was 12, so that's what, 43 years of collecting tools. 43 years of tool collecting. And looking after them is important. If you look after your tools, you know, they tend to last. I've still got some from when I was 12. I still have some tools from when I was 12. Yeah, I missed a couple here too, but looks at it. Two broken and two I've missed. I don't need to label them because I never forget where they come from. I always know where they come from. I don't know how, but I do. I remember I had a friend once, and his Mazda was chrysler, you know, like he had no money, It was blowing a shitload of smoke, and I just needed to recondition it for him, really. New rings, new bearings. It was still a good running motor, it was just smoky. I just wanted to hone it out for him and put rings and stuff and bearings and full gasket set, new valves, you know, just so he could use it for a couple of more years. And basically I started stripping his engine, throwing everything into a single box. He's freaking out. I said, "What's the matter, mate?" He goes, "How are you going to put it back together?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You've got a box full of nuts and bolts." I said, "It's okay." I said, "I know where they go." He was just horrified to watch me throw everything into a box. I mean, I've got lots of containers now, so I use them, but I don't normally need to. I could chuck everything in a single box and I'd still know where they come from. Like before, I was looking for bolts that go into the bell housing. I was looking for them because I still know what they look like. But I couldn't find any, so I just used some different bolts for now. But yeah, I may just buy some new Class 8 bolts for the bell housing, for the engine side as well. So, yes, I don't seem to forget how things go back together. Yeah, see, this is like in the bin, and I missed. This is what they call a log style. Look how tiny this thing is, man. Yeah, this is not the best. You know? Wow. Imagine all these three have to breathe through this little bit and then come together with that one. Yeah, I imagine if you put covers on it and blow through, the exhaust gases will come backwards. Yeah, not great, but it'll do for seeing if they'll be fit inverted. So I've got this side off. Where'd I put the other side? Right there. So basically what we can do, even though these come out the top, a set of shorty headers, they would all come out down below. So if I can, I'll do it on your side. How's it? Can I invert these? This one came from this side, right? Yeah. We'll do it. Why is there? This one has an exhaust port. Yeah, it's very different to my 99. My 99 didn't have this. What is that for? There's another one. But not on this side, right? No, not on this side, only on that side. So it's not for travelling across. Some of the old V8s, they had an exhaust port that would run across from one head to the other to heat up the manifold for pollution control. They heated up the manifold. So a rev head or gas head like me, we'd weld those up to keep the intake manifold as cool as possible. I'm not sure why there's an exhaust port here. if it's for a similar reason, I'm going to have to weld it up. Yeah, so this is from, yeah, definitely from the other side, so they don't look like they can invert. No. Sometimes you can get here and then bolt them to the other side, but not this one by the looks of it. That's a damn shame. Can't go that way. And it can't go that way. Okay, so I have to make my own custom then. That sucks. I thought maybe I'd get some shorty headers off a Dodge Durango or Dodge Ram and then invert them. And then basically the exhaust outlet from here would end up being up the top here, which would be perfect for your turbo. Have two turbos, one either side. So I have to start from scratch. Because that don't work. They don't, or they're not all the same way. If they all went on the same angle, but this one goes on the opposite angle, so it's not possible. Okay, so we solved that problem. That's not going to happen then. Why is there a hole in the block here? Wow! All this stuff keeps coming to light. What is this for? Does anybody know? What is that hole for in the block? Ah! Crank sender unit. Of course, they would have swapped that into the new car when this engine was no good. The crank sensor unit. Alright. Okay, mystery solved. Mystery solved. Huh? Yeah, that's what that is. The oil pressure sender unit here. Got a temperature sender unit there. A couple of NOx sensors there, which will be handy. I'm hot because I don't normally wear jeans, I wear shorts normally. I'm scratching the crap out of my legs. Should I pull off a head? Are you guys interested in seeing that? How far I'm into? 14 minutes. Hey, I'll crack them loose and I'll pull off a head, hey, and see how good or bad the engine is. Okay, well that took like 5 minutes. This is definitely HO. I'll show you. See the HO cast into the heads. Apparently these flow better. Be interesting to see how they look different to the stock set. These stuck to the guides. Hang on. Sometimes guides are bolted at the top and at the bottom. Like that. There we go. There, look. This one isn't. Yeah, the guys have a little bit of wear. That one seems to be bolted at the bottom and at the top in the head, and you get that out through here. I remember that now. So you take this out, and then you have access to that bolt, and you can pull the head off. Big enough? No. Any of these big enough? Ooh, close, but not quite. It's alright. I did that last time. A bigger shifter. You always want to put the shifter this way. You don't want, this is the movable part. You don't want to apply pressure to the tip. You want to apply pressure to the back of it. So if you put it this way, you apply pressure to the tip of the bottom jaw. This way, and unscrew to the stronger part of the bottom jaw. That was it. That's not too hard. Don't worry about the strap, that's a 1-ton strap, so those things are amazing. Just get a bit old though, I guess. Lucky I remembered in time, huh? Otherwise I'd be pulling on it, and this thing would be stuck. Bit of sealer on there. It looks like a 12. We've got here 1/2 inch. That's not going to go in there, is it? Nothing is easy. No. 13 is the winner. Ding ding. There we go. That should be it. I've got those 2 bolts, I've got the guide bolt. Nothing along here. No. Let's hope they didn't glue these things on. It's been a while, so did I forget something? Yes, I did forget. Yeah, it's annoying. There's some bolts on the inside here. Woo! Aren't they fun? Hey? Aren't they fun? Wow. This is 10. And those are 10. Let's get a little bit longer extension. I can probably imagine you guys screaming, "No, there's 2 more bolts, dude! There's 2 more bolts, you're gonna break the head!" The last thing I want to do is break an HO head. Let's not drop them into the engine, not that it matters, but I'd rather not. Wow. The engineers make this easy for us, huh? They really make it easy for us. Have I got a tube spanner? No, I don't think these will be strong enough, man. They'll split, surely. We shall see. Was it this one? Yeah. I don't think I've got an Allen key big enough for this bugger. No. I don't like tube spanners most of the time. Nah, these suck. Wow. The extension's just a bit too thick. Maybe on an angle. Cross our fingers. Yay! I don't like putting sockets on a head on an angle, but I seem to have it. Woo. Let me get it up. Dropping the socket down. Yeah. Where's my magnet? My magnet. I get it. Thank you. All right. This time, lucky. Woohoo. Oh, I'm glad I didn't try and start that. Let's go high compression pistons. Oh, yes. A valve seat, by the look of it. Seen worse. There is no lip. There's no lip, people. So I was right. Zero lip. This is a young engine, but one that came to its end very early on in its life. Let's show you the damage. So it wasn't just a rocker. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, it wouldn't have done too well for compression. You can see the HO raised dome. Standard bores, it seems to be. Not that it matters, I'm going to more than likely sleeve them anyway. But if I need to bore them at all, that is. I have to wonder now. See, the bore is not damaged. Oh, there's a little scratch. Tiny scratch. Very tiny. And the head, yeah, salvageable. So I might as well try and put a bigger valve in while I'm at it. Although that's quite close to the edge. I can go for a little bit bigger valve. Yep, that's why the valve seat's gone. It would have run. I'd say the valve seat probably went out the exhaust. Ended up going out of the exhaust, bouncing around bit by bit, and now this valve is sunk because the valve seat's gone. The valve seat is like a hard steel ring. Because the heads are alloyed, they need to be made of a harder steel, and they press them into place. And these earlier ones, even later ones apparently, they weren't fitted with enough interference. The interference fit was too small, and when the engine got hot, they would come loose. When I rebuilt the red one, I had them redo them all, and with a higher interference fit. And I'm surprised actually that it's the intake and not the exhaust, because the exhaust gets hotter. But then it gets hotter, it expands, so it may stay in there better. I forget which one it was with my other engine. Whether it was, I think it was the exhaust on mine. But I'll have them all done anyway. All 16. But a solid looking head though. What's that little Allen key job to get that out, I guess. I forget now how that comes out. I think you put an Allen key through there and get that out. Anyway, so, but I was right, the engine is low mileage. There is zero lip on the board, none. That is a shame that this happened to that engine. So we had this, and then we had the rocker off on that side, so it basically had two bad pistons, but they're going to be replaced with forged pistons anyway. Forged pistons, forged rods. So now we know why this engine was sold. But at least I don't think the cranks are gonna. Although, hang on, something just. Don't they normally come up these two and then those two? Yeah, I can't really spin the engine now that it's changed like this. But I can wriggle it. Socket set. Where's my long extension? Did I put it back? Will I need? No, I should be okay. Yeah, still turns. Hang on, let me use that stand for you guys. Really, like that? Okay, that's different. I thought they were in pairs, like the middle pair, but this is the first pair and the second pair. I always thought they would run these and then the outside. I'm probably just thinking of a 4-cylinder, I guess. Oh well. But yeah, should pull the other side off and then know a bit more for sure. I'll show you guys, hang on. Well, let's rip this sucker off and see what it's all about. I've already got the head studs for these. I'm not going to put these back in, I'm going to use head studs. Yeah. I think I've got everything off. Yep. Whoa! There's a lot of crap. A lot of crap, man. And another seat that's about to come out. Wow. Okay. Doesn't that look lovely? See, this seat here is on its way out. So number one, so it can be any, right? Anyone that comes out. Because this one it was, you look at the back. Yeah, same. The two front ones. Well, that's just going to need a bit more than a hone. It's going to need a bit more than a hone. That's why she was rocking back and forth. So they let water sit in here. That's what happens. But $200 or $300, it was still worth it. I paid $300 just for a set of HO camshafts before. Now I've got the camshafts and the engine with it, so I'm not upset. They told me it was buggered, right? So yeah, I'm not upset that it's this bad. At least I don't feel bad that I'm destroying a perfectly good engine, because it's not. It would have been not a good engine to try and start at all. We'll need a shower after this. Oh yeah, the bore's all rusted. See, she's all rust on her. I was going to sleeve it anyway. Now why would you sleeve it, you say? Well, it needs to be bored oversized now. Right, so the problem is my other engine had a crack in the bore, it hydrolocked, and it burst the bore open inwards, which leads me to believe that the bores are not super thick and strong on these. Now when you're going to start doubling, tripling the horsepower, you know, upping the pressure, going from 0 pressure intake to possibly 30 pounds or more pressure, you're going to ask for trouble, aren't you, if you're using the same bore. So I'm going to put some quality sleeves in there. I'm not spending all this money only to end up with a cracked bore, since it's going to have to be bored out anyway. it's basically the cost of the sleeves, because the machine just does it, I guess. The sleeves, and go to max size, like I think it's 90 thou over or 60 thou over, and then before I do that, I'll ask at Air Ram what the Ross forged pistons, what sizes they've got them in. They're kind of tiny, aren't they? Amazing. You get these small short stroke engine, 4.7 litres. You got 300 odd horsepower, naturally aspirated, and it's definitely not a slouch. So anyway, it's become quite a long clip. Slowly going to strip down. I wonder if I can just for the hell of it hand turn the thing over. What I should do though is a bit of lube. What have I got? I've run out of CRC, I think. Oh well, you didn't hear that. Bit of two-stroke engine oil. There we go. Head gasket in the bin. Yeah. That's the chain stopping it. And there's the chain stopping it again. Oh well, they're all moving, I think. Hang on. Did number 3 move? Yes, number 3 is moving. Beautiful. So there's no damage at bottom end, I don't think. Nothing terrible. No broken rods, no damaged crank or anything. Because everything moves in unison. And there's not a lot of play. No. So there's no blown bearings or anything, which is awesome. So there we are. That's today's clip. Step by step. How we're going to rebuild this and what are we going to do. Bit by bit I'm going to explain these things as we go through it, and hopefully you guys will also be able to give me hints and tips of things that I haven't learned yet in, I don't know, 43 years since I started building my first motorbike engine. I'm no expert, I'm just self-taught. I've never been to school for this. I just read books, and last, I don't know, 15 years used the internet. But everything I do, I'm just self-taught. So anyway, that's the HO. It's definitely an HO block because it's got the HO pistons, had the HO heads. So more than likely it will have the HO crank, which is forged. But I think they probably got a stock, because they asked me when I brought it, they said, what makes it an HO? And I said, oh, there's a few differences. It says it's got high compression pistons, slightly different heads, different cams. I didn't know about the crank back then when I first brought this. And they sort of like, they'd already taken the injectors out. So I'm guessing, you know, they thought they needed those. So they took the injectors out, taken the plugs out, and by the time I had it, already been sitting around for ages. So a lot of that crap already went in there before. I've had it inside all the time, so all that stuff that was in those bores wasn't in my place. That was before. But she's rebuildable, she's not a loss. She's not a total loss, which is great. Right? Really happy it's not a total loss. So now it's cleanup time, meds time, and coffee time. Thank you for watching, and give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because only like 3% or 7% of you guys are subscribed. It'd mean a great deal to me if you did. It really would. So every day I'm watching my subscribers, and I would love to see it go up, and if you could hit that subscribe button, you'd make me a happy man. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, and maybe you can teach me something. That's acceptable too. And next time I'll clean all this up, put all my tools away, because I don't want this workshop to end up like last time. And I'm going to continue this afternoon cleaning that side of the workshop. Possibly if I have time, pull the Jeep out, because that Jeep is going to come in here. And when that Jeep is out, it'll make it easier for cars to drive in and out. And I'll be able to start working on it. I want to get that engine going again first, before I take it out. I want to make sure it's all good and running. Take it out, and then put it on a trolley and store it until I or my son needs it for our other Jeeps. And I've got another spare at the back, which is just a stock one. So yeah, they're getting old, so it's nice to have spares. It's got to be a bomb. You got to explode, man. I'm already imagining it in the sand. Sand flying everywhere, dirt flying everywhere, rubber flying everywhere, smoke pouring out all four wheels. I'm just dreaming now. So anyway, like and subscribe. Follow me on this adventure. Thank you.